Beautiful day to be me. Requitedhawk. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Last interruption on the last live stream. Sorry for the technical issue. My dog, she actually stepped on a bed, Tony. And well, as you can see, my LAN cable got disconnected. So yeah, my LAN cable got disconnected. So sorry about that, guys. That was bad. But anyways, oh, there, Whittle. Okay. Oh, by the way, Whittle, I'm gonna reintroduce you with that song. Well, I'll do it later. Nah, we'll do it later. So, Pashy Poo, don't do that again, okay, baby girl? Please promise to all my... Please make a promise to all the Redtail... The Redtailians of the Redtail clan. You can sit next to me, Passion. So it was you who ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey. That's right. You were so helpful. Thank you so very much. No, not at all. I'm sorry we could have been more welcoming. So yesterday we found out pretty much the lady was stabbed, and pretty much the person at the scene was definitely Herlock Sholmes. We're at his house now. It looks beautiful. Well, crappy, but beautiful. No, not at all. I'm sorry we couldn't be more welcoming. Rough at the time. We did rather have a large gun pointed at us. Hold on, guys. Hash it. Oh. Like this. Oh my god, she's gonna shoot at us. Go. I was thinking back now. Back now. You left with Miss Lestrade and Tao, didn't you? Yes, that's I was an awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Jeannie, yeah, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to mention my invention like that. Are you referring to the trial that disturbing gun, contraption? Exactly. So I followed you, see, just to get it back. Perhaps I was thinking about fitting a new self-destruct mechanism in my inventions. The girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Deanie back here just for that. She could apologize to my trusty technician. Your trusty technician? Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yeah, Herlock Sholmes. We lived here together. I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter. Daughter? No, not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he were my father, would I? Well then, that's what's your relationship with Mr. Holmes? Well, I expect you found the lodgings. That lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So, solution to share the cost with a partner in a room. Your roommates? Well, you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 at last this year. Wow, what of your mother and father? Oh no! They're not around. Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Yes, there's something I must ask you. Of course, go ahead, CZ. I'm a great fan of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes and a copy of the Rand magazine. Yes, I read every issue and it was delivered all the way to Japan on our ship. So this is so exciting, my stories being read on the other side of the world. My stories? That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me about them. They really quite are fascinating. But it would be such a shame if I was the only who ever heard of them, don't you think? Last night he was telling me about the new case he just solved on a steamship traveling a faraway land. I was just in the middle of typing up a manuscript of the next issue before you came. So you're the author? Yes. Well, you know a secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest issue The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? Certainly familiar. Of course. I always change one or two details in the story here. At the time I had an idea of making the venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. That was Mr. Shump's first thought as well, exactly. Yes, and of course I know the snake may not be the credible for it, but the facts, the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? Kind of fabricating the story of something that already happened, that's kind of messed up. In a way, entertaining. We all know that snake didn't really kill that dude. It was actually written by me, yes, by a wonderful, very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. I was getting more and more hooked up. Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? All true, but I'm a doctor of medicine. No, at least 10 years old? Yep, 10 years old. Well, it's quite incredible. But Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Oh, yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories just become more compelling. Well, it sounds a little more strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl? I suppose it does, yes. Of course it does. She looks like the whole world is just falling apart. So you were the one that actually wrote those stories, not Sherlock. What about before? Yes. What's in your mind, Mr. Runo? How do you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all that? Oh, that's what you mean. Tell us, how did you do it? Explain all every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted, although there is really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Iris Wilson is proud to present Spectacular. Oh, she's trying to make sure we're prepared. First of all, I already knew you, Lawyer Runo. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey, the defendants in the antechamber. But you're also said that we've only just arrived in London. How did you know all that? Did the passport traveling ticket in your breast pocket? On top of that, you're going over the London Court of Service. The Reaper of Bailey. I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visit the local prison to meet the suspect. Oh, weren't you? Earlier today. Ah. He used those stamps to close. Oh, coming. I said it's only used for people over the foreign inmates. So that told me even though you were only that you had only yesterday concluded the trial matters were gilded, if you already had become a visitor with a foreign inmate from the local prison. However, neither of you were wearing particularly some expression on your face, so I concluded the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. I see. How could you have known that the trial was tomorrow? Well, having been a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused me. He told me he caught the Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. The Japanese man? Clearly that must have been Mr. Natsume. Yeah, where was the fancy Japanese sword? And I think your outfit's called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that both of you came from Japan yourselves. Put two and two together, you said you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion to those facts that could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. Yes. Yeah. Hurley's always stabbing his nose with a knife. Really silly. And that, well, too, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Irish Rose, and that was one of my great deductions. Oh my god, she was spot on. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed something of Mr. Holmes's delivery. Oh well, just copying Hurley's style for that. This really is good news. You can tell us all about the case involving the Japanese manual. Won't you, Iris, please? So yesterday, Mr. Shums apprehended the Japanese man you were saying? Yes! Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station. The police were waiting for the guy at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Wait, the great detective's problem. Wait. Can you read that again, Iris? Yes. Hurley just arrived back in London. Okay. The police were waiting for him. Wait a minute. So Sholmes didn't actually capture the guy. The cops told him about this case soon as he got. They're saying, apparently a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stopped man running away from the scene. Oh, stop me, stupid man. This is new to me beyond any doubt. Suzuki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all, but it seems like they were witnesses after all. There was a laundry room very nearby, and directly there where the police would they find. Stupid man shivering in fear. Mr. Shum's great deduction certainly hit the mark this time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. Still, that means that the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. So we have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Dang, you alright? Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear. I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. I can't afford to spend too much time investigating the cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicion of person. That's terrible. Suppose that's harsh reality of the workings of the great justice system. I suppose it is, but the case, I don't hold too much hope for Suzuki-san. You gotta... Thank you for answering so many of your questions, Iris. It's been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. That's so much fun. Do you know happen to where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? And your guest is we like to speak and ask him some questions as well. Oh, well, such early still investigating the scene. About the case of Mr. Sumi, you mean? Yes, Mr. Nuts, oh, how you say, Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating this themselves, aren't they? Did you ever come across a detective named Gregson when you were there? Yeah, you know Inspector Gregson? Ah, goody. In that case, give this to Gregsy for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What's this? A 5-shilling piece, a postcard, it seems. It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he knows. I trust it won't be a problem." Gosh, this is supposed to help us, will it? Thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. Good luck then. Turn right on my manuscript, the speckled band. We'll be making more blends of tea. Let's come back again soon. I'm delighted. Thank you so much, Miss Iris. Now let's back to the scene of the crime. So what dubious would they exert influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all? So what dubious would they... We headed back to the scene with Iris. As Iris is curious to know the world's heaviest silver coin in hand. So, apparently, but we still don't really have much information, though. Looks like the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. If I can sign Inspector Gregson quickly as possible. Yes, let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. Inspector Gregson, you have a moment? Sorry, say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Here's the detective pair of foreign. Good about that, girl. But we have this for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? From me? From her ladyship? Ladyship? Give it here at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me. That coin exactly. Silver coin, obviously. But it's a lot more than that. Well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is. Appearance fee? Oh, I see you mean. Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me but a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still, I'm sorry, that there must be really difficult for you. See, Whittle? So, what do you want to know then, Sorry. Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. Won't be a problem, it says. Oh, it's not a problem. Well, from away, what do you want to know? Well, if you won't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Nasumi's lodgings. Ah, little knife-wielding, mustache Japanese fellow. Yeah, he lives in that old hovel just over there, look. Wait, that building is Natsume's? I need to make sure to give her. That's what you. Alright for now then. Oh. Should go see what we can find out about Natsume's lodgings. Definitely. Let's so find out where he is. Yeah, I know. May I help you? Yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Gervded? Indeed it would, sir. Who may I be calling? My name is Ryunosuke Nahato. I am... Mr. Nahato is representing Mr. Suzuki Sasiki. I believe he takes lodgings here. I would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garab. Did you see that, Mr. Toto? That was a real-life English maid. I know, I understand it. Anyone with outstanding in English, society employs number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. This day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we just arrived now, doesn't it? But we only need to meet a butler and experience will be complete. I'm not so sure if it'll go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Curb will see you now. This way. Wait a minute. Oh, that old... Wait. What do you sound like that? That old thing. Now that... Oh, that whole thing. That... Bot. Oh, voice I could use for him. Oh, that whole thing? Ha, not much better than that today. Wore that sentimental garb as my retirement fashion. But I'm not one for dwelling in my past me. But we would have hardly thrown it out, you know. Anyway, it doesn't hurt that I have the old piece of memorabilia laying around, does it? Oh, I see. That's in the past. No investigate. You guys didn't hear that. You guys didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear nothing. K, nothing. You heard nothing. By the way. Oh, what the heck is that? Full-size cannon. What's it doing here? Oh my, it's real. That'll be a replica. Oh, that little thing. Ah, that's a little more than a toy. Sorry. Oh, the army was just selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. And never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon around the house. Really, isn't it an overkill? Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world might be next, boy. It may be trouble brewing with Mr. Grub. Always is. Take Jonia. Never fails to have clean an apron on her sleeve. It dries them over the barrel, you see. And they dry very well, cannon there. Joan tells me which rather proves my point, I feel. He's been reduced to a giant rack. I wonder what the huge key looks like him in the head in time. Hey, look at this crockery pot display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh, impressive. It's delightful. Oh, the shelves to be broken. Oh dear. It's in pieces. It really is. A little justice. I wonder. Perhaps a cannon fired at it. Probably or something like that. But let's not roll too deeply here. What? Lined up. Looks more like someone have demolished them to me. After him, because it was indulgent, you know, quite the English way. So it's delightful. Oh, wait a minute, though. There's at least 10 cakes on this. There's at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. Actually, it would never have. Do the least of leftovers. So whatever this girl doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you should have it too. How bananas of you. Alright, it's clear it's supposed to be bold, but it's almost completely black for some reason. That old thing? Yes, it's a piece of iron right? Didn't crack really. Used it when I was studying, don't you know, for my commission. I know it's all over worth it, really, but well, it has some issues sometimes. Of course, I really have to elaborate. This has similar story behind it. The memories we drive on memories. Be behind that, I wonder. I'll have a very quick look. Maybe not this title. Let's do a freeze the pot. A little water. What? Oh, that old thing. Sorry. I should be glad to be back at it, but the general would turn to his grave and dispose of it. So it's just been polished to shine. Incident. My accident, I suppose. It appears to be in the description in the middle itself. Look. It says, for distinguished participation, some kind of honors, even if I could be online for. I want to strap up. But when I was given that time for in the army, can't measure an officer by the number of medals used to his name, of course. How much not? Number of military circles. Oh. Ever experienced the London winter boy? Nights are long. No matter what time they pass in front of the fire, they're really good book. Here's a copy of Verse magazine, you see. No doubt Mr. Gibb enjoys the adventure of Sherlock Holmes, too. The great detective has great many followers, it would seem. So... the thing that bothers me, though, is that this area right here, something happened here last night. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So, pretty much... oh, those old things, a couple of... What's it? Doing here, I have to knock off one bally things and on my foot. They're disgusting. I noticed I should print some mixes at the manual. A good video. Try this. Please, sir, I'm here in a hot. Is it Slayer? Do excuse me not getting up. I took a shot in the knee a few years back in the Battle of Mawan, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from the service and handed over the rings up in Cummings. So he's a retired soldier. The hell of a job going up and down the stairs now. I can tell you don't get out much as you imagine. Quite a climb up. It's quite a climb up up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You must take more exercise, Nahado. You think so? Well, Mr. Grab, no doubt you are very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. Just a photo of all that, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though. Sorry, grudgingly just split it up on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see the property. Joan, that's the... Ah! Dash, woman, be careful! Hear me. I beg your pardon, sir. You nearly just took my skin off with those hands. I should be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it. Living in the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Wait a minute. If you're supposed to be shut in the leg, then why the hell did you move like that? Now then, I want you to know the chap. I want you to know upstairs, is that right? Okay, answer some questions for us. Please mention, especially if it helps. We fortunately were in Japan recently, so I'm sure you're aware. The case is very much to public eye, as it were. Oh, what is it? Had some famous detective poking around, you know, in the old house, would you believe? Yes, Sherlock Holmes? Would have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea. The detective's business. But you have a copy of Rance magazine here. No. No. Anyway, that's the best thing to speak. Switching curtains now. I don't like all the fuss. It's jolly unsettling. Mr. Gare, please do tell us. Oh yes, Japanese chap. I've been here for a week. Just 1 week. You moved in recently then? The two lodgers. I have two lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor and the one just below us. The first floor became the available the week. Ah! Dash it, Joe! Be careful! Goodness, I'm sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was sadly. It was a shady sort of. A shady sort from when I set eyes on him. Oh, why? Seemed to have the most nervous disclosure, always shaking, looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. John, that man has trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something toward. Now I'm really wrong about anything. Don't be calling us me as a witness, that's for sure. Is there anything else that struck you suspicious about the man at all? Oh yes, indeed there was. Can you ask anything else about your lodger, Mrs. Sumi? Yeah, shootings in the orchard. Could you elaborate? Well, I think this is stuff full was more than you could ever read. Things that have been so, and I haven't seen. Well, man is up so long, past the time everyone else is in the house and he's going to bed too. I see. I never know what that means, sort of. Sorry. Wait. That's right, yes. They're both below us in the first one, street level. Then, how do you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed. Oh, grief, Joe. Okay, sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. Something doesn't add up here, guys. She keeps pouring tea on him and he keeps moving his legs. And he says he can't walk because he got shot years ago. That old man is shady. That lady is shady. And I'm starting to think to myself, how does she know some... And I agree with her too, Sato-san. How does she know so much about her lodgers, like when they go home and when they go to... Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. Alright, student. Something... I think something suspicious here. Why the hell? But why would they say he's suspicious if they know where he's going in during the day and during the night? That doesn't make any sense. Seems that incident took place around 5 in the incident of the place took seems like the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window at that time? The window? Oh. Such as anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well, yes. Is your shot again? That's not a tickle in his butt. Oh, God, John! What were you doing? Be more careful, woman. Of course. If I may. Imagine. Oh, so insane. Nothing about. Ah! Down! Dash it all! What the hell's the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. As we sat down for an uneventful evening meal, Joan. That's right, Mr. Gaddis. Oh, he's killed. Saloon engaged. Just me there, man. Let's do it not. Everything that was the case. We'll have to try. Don't trust these people, guys. I don't trust them. Okay, you said you didn't see squat. You said you didn't see squat. Both y'all acted suspicious. Oh, by the way, just by the way, man, if you can't walk, then how come every time she pours hot tea on your freaking old legs, that you can move them back and forth? This guy's lying. Lying pure as day. This guy is lying pure as day. That guy is lying pure as day. Just look at this place. Smell it. It's musty in here. Suppose the mountains of old books are responsible for that. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in my life. No, me either. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Oh. It was a window, I think. Yes. It's upon a time. For some reason, it's been closed up with bricks. Whatever. I assume he lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Chums anywhere. From you? No, that's true. What did Mr. Garrett told us? The lieutenant should be around here somewhere, investigating. The desk seems to be wedged. What's this? I see from the Scotland bookshop. Your books. Okay, then you date of purchase. It's 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. The day of the incident. Let's see. 4:45, and what time did you... Cute little kitty! Little kitty! Oh my, what a cat! Perhaps he's looking at... I don't know about that. He disappeared into a pile of books. Quick as a flash. That was a trick. Mike, wasn't it? Did they even have those sort of cats back in Great Britain? Perhaps this should be brought future recipes in Japan. Let me feel homesick now. Already? I'm in the country for 2 days. Appears to be some sort of meter on the wall here. Looks very robust. I don't know what it's for. There's some coins here too. I believe. That brick wall. Could you even see out this brick window? That doesn't make sense though. So he wouldn't have been able to kill anybody. He wouldn't have been able to kill anybody. That's a fact. Well, let's state the facts. He wouldn't have been able to kill anybody. Sup, show me? Show me! Show me! Look, Mr. Anato. That did you appear from? Good. Look, we won't know where you're still. Huh? Hello, Mr. Jones. Ah, you two. Good day. Now let's see. What was it we have met? Oh, Mr. Jones, we were together on the SSS Bora. Of course, the Bora. Let me see. What happened on the... it was Kazuma Asagi. He sidetracked you, but you were a great help to us. Oh, yes, but of course. It's Asagi. Yeah, that's the one with the snake, wasn't it? What? Well, you seem to remember something at least. Oh, Jones, Mr... No, my dear, hold your tongue. I pride myself with the superior of recollection of your names, so safely recorded in my brain attic. Mr. Nahato and Mr. Suderto. The other way around, Mr. Shums. Actually, excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am. You got a kick out of that. I'll lose the first round. Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am. It is ma'am. Truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London, but Home Scotland Yard ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away at the scene of the crime. It was entirely a trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. I'm afraid the presence of a new case has dulled my recollection of the past. A little. Mistake to think that well, to an extent. I'll do my best to forget useless facts. At least they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my words to imitate the wisdom you know from the entire study of the Scarlet. But there's no... But please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. He means ours, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, but we have some extremely important questions as to the trivial case you just mentioned. Okay, man, this guy's gotta give it. I have a feeling I'm gonna ask you this question, Sholmes, but you're gonna give us some confusing answer like the frickin' Riddler from Batman. You know about the lodgings of a Japanese foreign language student by the name of Satsuki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside the Briar Road. Mr. Natsume, yes, believe the name was rather along those lines. Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him so little? I'm sorry, Miss Satuo. But I say, what you mean? What? I can't believe it. He was looking like Satuo, sir, according to the ignorance. I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as the pair of you are on some sort of misapprehension. What? How so? I assure I have no recollection of accusing your stupid compatriot of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote the vertebrum. Now, we need you to ascertain the identity, the whereabouts of a man seen fleeing of the crime scene. A man seen fleeing? There was a number of books scattered on the pavement of the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshelf from which it had been purchased. Speaking of the perpetrator, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe the receipt was around somewhere in this establishment in question. Don't you think, Mr. Natsume? So you don't think that Mr. Natsume is the culprit, then? That I could not tell you, but it was aggravating my faculties, hence the reason why I returned here. However, this place has such a trove of fascinating books. I found myself quite in a biophilia. So do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No. Oh dear. So let me get this straight. There was an officer that asked you, this man immediately. That's what happened? Tell me, have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Grabdub, a retired military man. It was the first time I ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution of his services. It was the first time I ever met a maid from the Great British Institution of service. I did think that was funny. I do apologize. As you may be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, it's such a Great Britain premier. So, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has become betoken social standing with those. Wait, betaken their social standing. Sorry? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid class, those who do not are beneath that. The upper class echelons of society, of course. Household employment, though. Staff a constitute large family. My goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, those being able to afford just one maid is just the first importance. I had no idea. And that's first precisely the reason I find the great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired Army veteran Mr. John Garrett. What is going on here, dude? Feeble he is. The fellow is hiding something. Whether it's to impose this the circumstances of this case, I am yet unaware of certain. This room thoroughly is suffocating the soul. Hello. I assure you, man who's dwell in this place such will stab some. I assure you, any man who's allowed to dwell in this place such as this will stab somebody sooner rather than later. So Susie stabbed no one. Ah, but sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's an issue here. And about this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes, there is no why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see there's a window of sorts. It's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. The window tax. Wait, tax? What is that? Oh my goodness. I was opening the windows here and there and everywhere else were an effort. Damn! Example. What was that? However, it's explained by the shabby nature of their combination. Still, I gotta rest for a minute. Are you sure? Well, I told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Nahato. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of the law? You remember that, didn't you? Will you perhaps offering your you're coming out of this room, Mr. Natsumi, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure on what grounds. Well, I naturally defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir. On ambition realized, and probably so. The thing is, I really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients, to trust their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Natsumi, did he? Ha 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 ha. My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Oh yes, my initial intention. But there's simply so fascinating books here. I could possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nonetheless, there are two facts I can state quite effectually. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was a Japanese occupant of this room, and there was a witness who swore to have seen the men commit the crime. That's all I can say. And then one more thing. Is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say certainly whether or not if it's any relevance to the case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who has his property is hiding something. Mr. Galeb is? Mr. Sholmes? Anyway, at present, this is really all that plays in my mind. Mr. Nahato, and yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help us establish Mr. Natsumi's innocence. Oh, you're right. Mr. Nahato. What I knew more about. You Paragon. Tell me, what Detective Jeff for his name? Sherlock Sholmes. Ring the bell. And a cup of tea. You know. Yes, of course. More systems. Oh, what the? Sholmes? What the hell you doing, Sholmes? What the hell you doing? Mr. Sholmes. Ah, we meet again, dear fellows. Good gracious! How did you sneak in here? Sherlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Sherlock Sholmes. What are you doing over by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as sunsets, madam, yet sadly, she has room downstairs and doubtfully. By a small corner space window. By a small corner. Up here. Oh. Ah, and another thing is, Mr. Nahado. Might be in need of a certain detective's great mind. You don't mean... Wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, the mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes are most trivial... Take it you prepared, Mr. Nahado. I think so. There's time for this. One more of my greatly admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter in the dark. Let's go! It's more... Mr. Garib, today you seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service. Your standing in the landlord is most certainly not what I call first-rate. I'm afraid, good sir, that it's not too clear to me. There are two conclusions that have been drawn by a careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon! First, I think as we speak, you're concealing a presence of a ferocious beast in your care. And second, as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Down and look. Man's broken out cold sweat. Believe me, it seems Mr. How could you possibly? Could possibly know, you mean? You inquire? The answer can be more simpler, sir. For jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beast. I only know too well of that wild beast are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Her Lecture is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. The game is afoot. Nature of the beast. Certainly, a fearsome beast has been on the rampage in these walls. What did the beast take? A man with the military. Reading your eyes, uncommonly candid. Your future glance to grab leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that would ramp at you would be revealed by that lion statue. Oh, army man, you... Admiration is great, in fact. Come. Imagine. Look on the beast in question. Does present itself. Where could this angry creature disappear to, madam? You sold the savage line. I sure did not. I believe I made my point. Now, Mr. Garib, perfectly clear you still have deep feelings for the formidable beast. Indeed. Yo, Sega. The strain of losing someone or did she was clearly visible. Not so nice, simply. So, acute case of this pain. There's some white wheat tea. Oh, God. I'm afraid it's you who has been... the heart of the tragedy, in fact. It did. Ah! Ah, funny. It's gonna tear me. This is... He was... I don't know what his reasoning is. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to interrupt again, but can I make an observation? Especially Mr. Nahado. When your dex is just now, do you really think a lion could have fit this size? Indeed, simple explanation for the facts. Because regularly, he's breeding whenever one leaves the great British soil. Yeah, feast to high appropriate common tea. Still. Base, that's what I meant to believe. Let's start again. From the beginning. I'll do it later, I'm actually in the middle of doing this. Let's see. This is directly Answer. The true nature of the beast. Revealed by the light. His mortar shell. Of that. All right. I'm gonna look at the wrong place. Photograph frame. There we go. Huh. The true nature of the beast that was on rampant here, revealed by the newly wedded bride. I could possibly fit it. Yes, this frame picture. I knew that was his wife. I'm not stupid! Your Widow Wing gives us a clue that has to be the beast's whereabouts. It does. The flowery band gloom gives it away. No. Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. Oh, yes, Miss Joan. Ah! This is amazing. Oh my, damn.
Take that!
Slap cheek! The weigh's heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel is a slap cheek. Oh, it's just... Damn. Got him on the slap cheek. How the blazes? How'd you work it out, man? No, it's just... That's why you don't look directly at us even once. It's not a cheap from view. Now. Wait a minute. I don't think this is bookmark. Is it? Is it? No, it's there right now. Woman's hand. Oh! Oh, damn! Damn! Oh, shit. Oh, God. I knew that was gonna happen. He cheated on his wife. Alright. Oh God, this is gonna be embarrassing. Yes, the love note that has been given rise to the pain you suffer. Yo, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the senders of this no certain Miss Mary is why the younger. Ah! I don't know the bully woman. You don't know her. But no, it wasn't written to me. It was just in a book. I don't know how it got there. That's what they all say, dude. It was just there, you say. Ah! Oh, she's making it. Likely story. Listen here, June, old thing. I explain all the time. I bought the book at the second Pampers I know must have already been there. The previous owner of the book was using. That's right, that's what I'm trying to say. Ah! Likely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written James. My name, in case you forgot, it's John. Likely story. Are you quite... No. I'm trying to read. There's one candle missing. Yeah, shit. Explain to the guy. Yes, the streamers. What's your shum, sir? I salute you. Elementary. It's these dash long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there was a jolly good second-hand bookshop that was around the corner in Novasia. That was fucking crazy. In the pages particular novel, you discovered one other material, which your wife admonished you harshly seems. Don't know about demolished, but demolished might be a closer to mark. The beast will certainly There we go again. And the carpet that was destroyed by the fire. Pretty to say it was. Having the look of an eye, you know. No place, fire and smoke. Couldn't see a bully thing. It was caught between its stick rage and the raging flames. Your paint horn picture. It would have been most entertaining. Simply for you. Don't take long to spread, of course. The bully furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Yeah, Mr. Gibb. So we have nothing more to hide now, if you allow me. Ah, my favorite. If that's the case. Smoke. I started hurling things at me. That must have been. There I was, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. The incendiary books are coming 10 dozen. Worst of it, that's my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride, yes. The tourists love big cats again. I assure you, the title didn't influence the choice in the slightest. Sheriff's deductions turned out correct once again. Nobody describes the Great British Wonder. I'll tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick flute and fiddle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? I'm not sure if I can remember. Remember, it's 2 days ago. Let me see. Around 5 o'clock, I think. Around the time. At the same time, the terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window the street below. You're more terrifying incident, I can assure you. But the whole Blake could have been flattened outside the window at that moment. Could have noticed a dash thing. Oh, really? Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Hardo? What can I do for you? We've got this Mr. Garrett situation now. What does that have to do with Mr. Azumi's circumstances? Hope you there. I can't be there, I'm afraid. Dear fellow, if you recall, I did say much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired enemy was hiding something, I cannot be sure whether this secret proved to be relevant or not. Never mind. All things fall in two categories. Those relevant to the case and those not. Makes sense to me. No matter. For great importance that you make up your mind now. Right? Oh. The heck are you? I know thee not, old man. Follow thy prayers. Who are you calling, old man? You're not me, Piney. There's more things in heaven and earth, Horatio. They're just for your philosophy. What is this, Horatio, fella? What are you all about? Excuse me. What the? Who are you? I'm sorry, just let's see, there might be some problem here. Okay, Mr. Rios, get an auto. Where is he? A lawyer, huh? What? If I could be any assistance, I'd be happy to help from Japan. Instead of here as well. Well, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a blooming nun to you? You're not injured. Oh, the Eastern Maiden. Thou art so gentle, thank you. What's all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that I jump for your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive me an inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garib residence? Oh, Eastern Maiden, thou art so right. I do dwell in this humble abode. Oh yes, the gentleman named Natsume, more worthy with the force of this battle awards near to be. Sorry, battle did you say? Who is stronger? Beth, Mr. Natsume sparred long into the night. I see. Wait a minute. I don't fully understand, but it seems like this gentleman are acquaintances at least. I think he loved them. I mean, so good, gentlemen. I could tell no Terry here farewell. I don't really understand him, but I think He returned to his room. You don't know what happened. Mr. Assuming he can really help us? With the Suki-san and that man, as long as the Garib house is so full of centers. But anyway, I'll go find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Asumi's. Oh, it's you! You're here! Come! Welcome, student Mr. Hana's choir. I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched! I'm so sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Natsumi. Think of it, relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Double, featuring never feeling impotence. Now, let's not get carried away. I quite agree. This is more reassuring than the marriage of the one's native land. On the other hand, it's though a friendship transcending international borders. The apprentice is a fact. Such a belief, at least. Oh, it's just it's you, the miserable rotten spy. It's Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything for C. Save observing, of course. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having from reading material, the growing gloom, having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair. So I decided to drop in on my way home to see how our visited friend is faring. Gleeful room. At least your combination here offers a widow, my dear fellow, in that sense, superior option. Anyway, I must commend you in your taste in books. My day has been delightful, and the cost of me is not a penny. Ah, you! How dare you! Herlock Sholmes! I had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to the Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits, those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck was cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My damned! What are you thinking, Mr. Nahado? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? The lodgings were cursed, I mean. There was so much true. Mr. Mustache's words. What? The cursed, holy for... I'll be right back. But try it. She's dead. Send to me, back. Two. That was 16 months exactly. Past line, usual circumstances. What? I'm impressed, Mrs. Detail. Like for detail. Joseph told us. Sholmes, surely it can't be that. Having failed the accused to convicted. What Van Ziggs killed the man himself? No, he couldn't have. Surely. You have a wonderful notions. Sorry. The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is. What are you... There's no way you're trying to scare me. It can be said, however, or it should be... Man is more terrifying than you tell this. What you mean by that? Van Quist is quite the exceptional man. However, courts of law, exceptional does not mean to winning every case. That's good. I mean, you guys are just scaring this dude. You are no doubt aware in the British criminal trial there was both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of law with the jury officer's public opinion of common sense. It's an excellent system whereby the defense guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right? Criminals, corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage, but any means to their disposal, retrieving evidence by calling imposters as witnesses and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to say the jury, which means that treatable evidence of prosecution can fail. But it means the verdict can be passed. And sadly, from time to time, my dear madam, it's simply the reality of the situation. And that's right. However, as indicated by Lord Van Zeeks, cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Those of justification may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom. Within a few months, they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? By all matter of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by the raging fever, or perhaps attacked by a highway. Oh, no. And those are the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Nahado. I knew it. I'm dead, Dodo, done for, doomed! Done for, doomed. Why you... When you say accursed lodgings before, you refer to your room, that Mr. Garrett's house, I assume. Do you mean to believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I've only been in London for a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked for four faces staring at me, looking on my back. People were talking about me, so I started to become nervous and going outside. There were always people staring at me all the time, from dawn to dusk. And I shut myself away in the room, but I didn't even help. They would fear they wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely, been having to stay from your homeland such a long time. I had to move a number of times, most recently to room on Briar Road a week ago. Why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent's cheap, so little money appealed to straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord simpleton said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it. But I'm not. But if not, then don't mention it in the first place." Well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room was really cursed? Since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares, and I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me when I walk down the street. I'm Brandon, a killer. I'm in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If there were only just one person on my side. Can no one find his or her to believe me? Really no one at all. Believe, yes, to believe. Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Hado. Pray, what can I do for you? About the case of the SSS Borough, you recall. The Borough. Oh, the one with the snake. Oh, yes. At the time, I was the suspect. You believed in me, and you listened to the side of my story, and you helped us investigate. I did I? Interesting. I want to know is, why did you believe in me? I see, you mean. Because you were grimly dressed shady, Mr. Fellow found. Because you were grimly dressed. found in the body next to the locker room. Oh, well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised the answer requires an explanation, my dear fellow. But it's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in which you were telling me. You see, the only things to believe in is those I choose to believe in. What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I wake up on my own mind and ask to believe what is to be believed and what's not. If I like to believe in something I do, so just can as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. But betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not one should trust another is the final analysis down to itself. It's a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right. Look, a student, Mr. Nano Esquire. Whether or not I can believe in myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his friends and his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. You were so right, Kazuma. Well, my dear fellows, it's time we're leaving, I believe. Really? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There's a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? There's never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume, if you like, the trial tomorrow, I'll be happy to represent you. Hi. Look, the student is down, Esquire. As I said, I've only experienced the British courtroom for only the first time yesterday, and although that man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in? The defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe even? I think I finally worked it out. I decided I must believe in myself, above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruto. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And in a person of that we prove that in court. Mr. Naruto, Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you're ready to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. Would be fair to say, Mr. Naruto, that your mind was in many ways made up from the onset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. You're right about Junie, but I got there. This isn't the end. Miss Sudodo? Yes? Would you like to be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me as your personal judicial assistant. Shocking events of yesterday, Churchill will wait and heavily mind. It's time for me to stop looking backwards. Cosmo believed in me. Mr. Shum believes in me too. So it's time. Time to learn that everything I believe in myself. It's honest, believe me. He's all alone. My job to help and to fight in his corner. Tomorrow in this courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Let me save the game. I need these for you. Wait a minute. Wait. Trying to see if it'll let me put on the suit. Oh, you can only wear it in the second game. Yeah, outfits are only available in the Great Ace Attorney too. Okay. Oh, you can only wear this in the second game. You can't wear it in the first game. You could turn it on, but you won't be able to play this in the second game. Alright, here we go. No, you won't be able to play the Great Ace Attorney. At this back again so soon. And I studied throughout the Great Britain. What is this? The practices. We're gonna search the core procedures here. We as experience as possible. Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but with it. For the person and the dog, it may be his or her one. End up changing. In which case, treating this as should be a little crass. When you put it like that, you're quite right. Good morning. I'm Satsube. Good morning. Oh dear, are you alright? You're terribly bloodshot. The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. I never heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately to not wake up early. Not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't think. And now, I'm really exhausted as a result. Do you all literally people say things so literally? Thank you for your faith in us today, Mr. Natsumi. I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance here. Two, terrified, two, tremble. can't do this. I can't take it. Oh, no comes. Dear Mr. Esquire, yes. I got a glimpse of the public gallery day. Looked like the opening. It looked like the opening night of an opera that there were so many people. I had no idea there was such a notorious affair here in London. Neither did I. Do you know why you might be, Miss Citadel? I'm just Mr. Yeah. I'm wrong on your face. It's just a coincidence, is it? Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Are you Miss Citadel? I purchased many different newspapers as this one, yes. Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one. Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. For several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? But thanks you for scraping it. At least we forget the fact that it could spark up an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of the infamous prosecutor has got people's attention. There has been another blatant similarity. The trial 2 days ago. I agree. So, Mr. Squire, it's you. Well, I suppose that's true. What time you say who stands against the legendary prosecutor? You're friends with the Reaper. Please, I didn't rub your shoulders with the bringers. Another explanation. Mr. Hano. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? He's the luckiest lawyer alive. Forget. It was you who asked us to represent you. I promise you this. I will fight to you according to the bitter end. You must not see me. We'll be on your side. I am when you're dead forever. I shall never forget the great gunners who let me live. So that's alright then, Mr. Tatsumi. It's time, let's go. Yes! Now. I'm ready for this fight. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare the courtroom now in session. I'll call upon the counsel, the prosecution, and defense. Declare the willingness to be proceeded. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. The Nibitans are truly fascinating breed. Sorry, what? Lord Strongheart has told me about you. You are the student who arrived in London, but 2 days ago, a mere amateur. So, do you have a point? Bring a compatriot. You feel to be compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical nonsense. Arrogance. Forgive me, I do believe arrogance is an appropriate word for the description. After all, our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Very true. A most fascinating and stark trial it was, too. Tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted and to this fortunate violent end. Thank you, counsels. I see both sides from the fiddle. Now, later of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in the court as practical members of the public? You never know when you might be down on your luck. I believe in fair play for everyone. Well, I must warn you, for less than I appear. Oh, well, I may. You see, you get big fellow. Before his nice cut off a mustache foreigner did the deed. Come on, what are you waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Sorry, don't quite catch that. Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with the rising power of the Far East. The accused on the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Suzuki Natsumi. And while our country has extended this foreign exchange student from the warmest welcomes, regrettably the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of the most or plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. A knife crime! I tell you from experience, those are the worst. Bloody oath they are. Look at this full explanation of school virtue. Okay. Go on, let's get it over with. Now, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, ain't quite catch that. Pray, forgive the discouraging of my smashed and hollowed challenge in this great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Very well, bailiff. Lead the inspector, and please lead the inspector. Your name and occupation, please. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard. Will you please summarize the events of the Inspector? So the victim thought to be a young woman in her 20s, by the name of Olive Green. I beg your pardon, Inspector? Thought to be? Yes, I had been stabbed in the back by an attacker. The knife, the victim fell unconscious. Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm actually getting kind of tired of what's going on with me. I'm gonna finish this live stream later. I'm about to fall asleep. Bye-bye.